Hey guys, it's me, cyoubx, and today we're going to be unpackaging something very special. This package actually comes from CrazyBadCuber, and inside should be the MoYu HuanYing, or what I'm going to be calling it as, the Shadow Cube. So first of all, thank you Dan so much for sending this to me. I really appreciate it, and rest assured I will take very good care of it. Taking the cube out, the first thing I noticed was that a corner cap was missing, so I had to look back into the package to see if the piece was in there. It actually wasn't. The piece actually got wedged on top of another corner, but putting it back in was pretty straightforward. There are 3 holes on the corner piece, and there are 3 pegs on the cap, so they go in as you would assume. First turns on this puzzle, it is actually kind of squeaky, and it feels really dry, but it's very, very fast. It's kind of smooth, although pretty crispy, and it's very easy to control. I really like all of the turns, the M slices, the outer layers. Everything just works very, very well. As far as stickers go, they all have very good contrast. I think, for me, the red and the orange were pretty similar. I'm used to bright orange, but I do know that Dan likes regular orange, so it is just a personal preference thing. Overall, though, the stickers are really nice, and he did a really good job of putting them on there. Popping out the pieces, we can see that it has a red core. This, of course, is the prototype that he had, so I think the mass-produced version actually has a blue core, and I do have a mass-produced version coming, so I will make sure to check on that and also see if there are any other differences. As far as the pieces go, they're pretty straightforward. The edge actually looks a lot like older cubes. It's very blocky, while the corner actually looks a lot like the Whit-Long corner, and actually I think it's because the same person designed both cubes. What you're watching right now is a sub-12 average of 5, which is really impressive to me because even though it's not really what I average, considering this is a cube I just got out of the package, I'm getting pretty decent times. I've gotten 2 8-second solves and 1 7-second solve, all of them of which were full step. It's just incredible. Now, if you've actually watched my videos for a while now, you know that usually I'm pretty harsh on cubes, especially for first impressions. It takes a lot to impress me, but I will say this. Out of the package, I actually considered making this cube my main right away, and right now it's still a huge consideration. Obviously, I have to play with it more, and I will eventually do a review, but still, for first impressions, I could not be happier with this puzzle. I think it is a perfect fit for my turn style, and I just really, really like the cube. Now, as far as the sound goes, a lot of people don't like loud cubes, or they don't like the sound of this cube. Sound doesn't actually bother me that much since I have headphones on anyway when I cube. This cube is pretty loud, but it really doesn't bother me. Overall, first impressions, if you couldn't tell already, I absolutely love this cube, and I expect to get really good times on it. I'm not really sure yet if I'm going to be using it at Worlds, but there's a really good chance that I will. But of course, this is still first impressions, so I don't want to hype it up too much. Aside from that, just a couple notes about what I'm going to be doing with this cube. Obviously, you guys are expecting a review, but I'm also expecting a mass-produced version of this puzzle, which I think has a couple changes. So what I'm actually going to do, I think, is a second impressions video with this prototype cube, explaining the things that I like and don't like. You can actually think of it as one of those really long reviews instead of the voiceover ones that I usually do. So I'll just talk about it in a lot of detail, and then once I get the mass-produced version, I will do one of my short 3.5-minute reviews on that one, since that's going to be the cube that you guys will be buying, and not this. So basically, I'll be doing 2 reviews on this cube, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. So thank you again, Dan, for sending this. It was really, really nice of you. And thank you all for watching. Until next time, toodles.